Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. I am T Justin and you can find me on tjustin.com. My social medias, you can find me on the Twitter as T Justin and the Instagram as T Justin1, Facebook T Justin. Now today we're going to learn how to correct skin tone using a gradient map. Now gradient map has been part of Photoshop for long. It doesn't matter uh, uh, what uh, uh, what brand of Photoshop you're using. It has been a long part of Photoshop, whether CS or the CC version or whatever. You can still find gradient map there. So today we're going to learn how to skin tune our images using the gradient map. And the reason why I put up this video is as a result of questions from people asking me about how I do my color gradings and all of that. There are a lot of plugins and presets that you can be used for color grading. Amongst many are LUTs and all of that, but I find gradient more interesting and I think I want to share with you. Now we have a picture open here. This shot was taken by a photographer in Nigeria, Fred Photography, precisely residing in Jos. And this is a friend of my, this is a picture of my friend Clara Osan. You can check her pages and follow her. So gradient map has two ways of working: destructive and undestructive way. And I wouldn't want us to talk about the destructive method because it's more like an unprofessional way of working. And the simple reason is, let me show you. If you come here, you will discover that there are a lot of adjustment layers. And the problem with this is they both do the same thing, but the problem is anything from here drops directly on the layer beneath. Now, I zoom in. For instance, we are using this black and white, and if we're okay with this and we hit OK, you discover that it's directly on our image, which it's destroying the image because it will get to a stage whereby we can come back to this level, which is destructive way of working. But if to some that might find it okay, you can still use it. They both do the same thing. Now the other way of which you can work undestructively is by using the adjustment layers, and these are the adjustment layers. You can find them here or beneath here. By clicking this, you can find all the adjustment layers I'm talking about. Now gradient map is always located around here, and the difference is once I click, you discover that it has created a new layer for it. Now it means you can drop the opacity of this layer without touching the main picture, or you can even lock it off. So that's the difference between working destructively and undestructively. So now I'm going to show you how I do my gradient. Now once you select a gradient map, once you select a gradient map, you will discover that this will pop up. And once you click once here, you will discover a lot of presets here. Now, most of these presets are default, while some I created them myself. And I will show you later on how to create effects yourself. You can create presets and save them yourself. You can also find default presets here by clicking this arrow little down here, and all of these are presets. I think you can go ahead to load each and every of this if you don't mind. So these are the default presets. I think from this black down to here, these are all default presets. Then the remaining presets I created them myself, so you can also do so. So sorry if I'm a bit fast, just watch the video over and over again and I believe you understand what I'm talking about. So this is how to work on gradient map. It gives you opportunity to apply multiple colors on a particular object. Now this is one. By double clicking this or clicking here, you can change the color. This is another color. You can come down below here and just click and you create another anchor point. By the time you double click here too, you can change color. Now it means you can apply multiple colors to your object. You can create more and more and more and more channels for your colors. Now if you're satisfied with this, you can just give it a name, and let's call this new gradient, and we can call it new, and you will discover that it is here. So next time if you're here and you don't want to waste your time creating any gradient, you can just go ahead and select it, and you can see that's how you create presets yourself. You can create and save them. Now to take us further how to apply gradient, you have to understand the difference between midtones, highlight, and shadows. Now this remains your shadow, and this remains your midtones, and this remains your highlights. Now this is the shadows, this is the midtones, and this is your highlights. So the shadows usually are to be dark in nature. You don't use light shadows unless you get a poor image, or depending on what you want to use it for. But preferably you are to use darker color for your shadows, while your midtones are a color that is a bit brighter, just like the blue that is here, the cyan is on point, or any color like this. You can see that this is doing a very good job right down there. So for your highlight, white is always advisable, or any lighter color that can base express your idea of how you want the picture to be. So now back to default. There are a lot of presets here, just like I said. This is one, this is two. There are a lot of them. You can hover over them and pick the one of your choice. But above all, you can customize your own gradient, just like I told you. Usually leaving your shadows darker is just the perfect way of getting a better result. Your midtones can be a bit lighter, and yes, you can see this is lovely. This is creating a very smooth transition between the midtones and the highlights. So basically that is how uh, the gradient map works. You can see that we have achieved a very a very smooth transition between my highlight and shadows, and you agree with me that this is lovely. With just few clicks from the shadow to my midtones, the highlight, I left it the way it is. So now by manipulating your colors and adjusting them the way you want to, because you can also slide the sliders this way or the other way around, you can see that we're doing a good job right there. So tweak this to your test, and once you're okay and you're satisfied, you can hit the OK button. So the nice or the good thing about this is is this fact that it has a layer of its own. Once you turn off this, the picture remains the way it is. Now this is a just undestructive way of applying an effect to an image, and boom, we have our gradient map applied to our image. So as easy as that, within few seconds you're able to achieve astonishing result as beautiful as what you're seeing on the screen right now. So if you like this video, kindly help me by liking it, giving it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye.